Shalom, family. Once again, welcome to Ancestral Israelite Nutrition with Mambootilia. I am going to do two videos today. I was led, watching Brother Big Levi about the plant that goes by "Don't touch me not," sensitive plant, shame old lady, in Creole is Wonte. They have so many names. So I want to talk about that, and I want to talk about the physical meaning, like things you can do physically with it, and spiritual stuff that you can use for it. It's deep. You can do so much with that plant because it open and close, so yeah, so many things you can do with it. And another thing I want to talk about too, the other video is crickets, the meaning of crickets, seeing crickets in your house and hearing the noises of crickets. So now let's start with the plant. I think it also go by, what's the other name for it? Mimosa, wait, let me make sure. Oh yeah, okay. Mimosa Pudica. Mimosa Pudica, that's the scientific name for it, right? They say origin in Central America and South America, but you can find that in Africa as well. I wanted to wait so I can find out the meaning of it, what they use it for in Africa. But since we are here, so I'll, definitely bring that video, about some of the other ways you can use it in Africa. So since I'm reading today, I need my reading glasses, so that's why I have it on. And with all that being said, I want to say thank you guys for supporting me. I know that sometimes it can be difficult, listening and hearing my words, but thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. All spirit guides and our ancestors love you, but the Most High love us all more. So I just want us to keep in mind that the words that are coming out of my mouth will be from the Most High. It would not be from me. I always ask the Most High to, speak. Let the words be words that He wants to be. He wants us to hear, not what I want you guys to hear. And also too, let's keep an open our mind, and let us hear what we're supposed to hear, and not so much of what we want to hear, what we feel like we should, that we feel that we should hear. Sometimes somebody can say something and then we twist it. Sometimes we don't mean to, it just get twisted. And I think that have to do a lot to do with the spirits. They always trying to confuse us, so they always make it seem as if we are saying something that's totally different, or we hearing something that's totally different. So I really want you guys to keep an open mind for this, because this is really important. Because first I want to talk about the 16 ways you can use this plant, right? But I want to talk a little bit more about the plant, some of the description. They talked about the description of the plant, and I kind of want to touch a little bit on that. They talk about the leaves, and it have flowers. It even have fruit. And so it's really interesting. You talk about how touch me not is of tropical American origin, native in South Mexico to mid-South America. in the Caribbean, as if South America is not the Caribbean, as if America is not the Caribbean. These people, it is likely that the species has been introduced to some of the extreme part of the New World range. New World range, that's what they said. Really interesting. Also, some of the varieties have been introduced beyond their pre-Columbian distribution. Mainly found in Colombia and Venezuela. Is present in South Brazil, probably from introduction. You know, one thing I noticed that those people always talk about when they talk about these plants and stuff, they always talk about everybody else except for Africans and the Caribbean and African American. So notice that's where our people are dominantly are, and that's where they say that we come from. But you know, they would say, oh, it's from Europe, from Asia, from India, from this, because they have changed the look of those people. So they're basically saying that everybody else are spiritual. Everybody else have some connection to this earth. Everybody else was here before we were. We just got here. That's basically what they are trying to say with the way they talk about where you found those plants and where traditional medicine, you know, herbal medicine, so-called New Age medicine. You know, they talk about that, but they just don't want to give us any credit, do they? They just don't want to, and that's okay, because we already know the truth, and the Most High will shame them into the truth, right? Okay, so they are recognized. Three varieties are recognized, two of which occur in West Africa. Hispada with stipilis, 8 to 14 mm long and exceeding to gray corolla buds, and they just talking about the type. So let me just look at the ways you can do that. Okay, so their fruit, right? There's the dry fruit and seeds. So you can dry the fruit and the seeds, and well, the seeds are, you know, dry anyway. So you can get that and then plant it yourself, right? Dried pods of sensitive plants and leaves of sensitive plants. So now I want to show you guys something, what the pictures look like. So this is what they're I hope this is what they look like, the dry, and that's what the plant look like, right? Let's see. This is another image of recently planted. So this is what they also look like as well. So I want you guys to see that, right? And also I want you guys to see this. I hope you guys can see that. So the sensitive plant flower and bud, sensitive plant illustration, sensitive plant seeds. So the bottom one is the seeds. I'm a little cold, I don't know why. Okay, so let's see. Oh, and here you go, some more. This is the sensitive plant, small sensitive plant. This is unripe sensitive plant pod. So it is right here. Okay. Now, health benefit of sensitive plant, right? For joint pain or arthritis, like, you know, arthritis, arthritis. The plant also helps cure joint pain. Now, this is really interesting because normally they say it helps, but this one say cure. That's interesting, right? So that plant must be powerful. It's a powerful plant if it can cure, right? So let's keep moving. Being a fun Oh. Flame, besides being a fun, intriguing element of nature, is also filled with a lot of health benefits. The list, okay. So now, this plant also helps cure joint pain. For this, you have to make a paste from the leaf of this plant and apply it on the joint. Leave it for the night and then wash the next morning. By doing this daily, you will notice the difference, as well as swelling and pain from joint will start to diminish. Now, they say to do this overnight. Before you go to bed, you put it on, and then you leave it, and then you go to sleep, and then you wake up in the morning. You take you wash it off, and you do that until you feel like the joint pain is gone, right? Now, what I will do, close to the end, I will talk about the different way you can make paste, the drink, the tea, the oil, how you can make the oil and stuff like that at the end of this, okay? So this seems like it's gonna be a long video. I hope not, but it may end up being a long video, right? Okay, so now the second thing is treating insomnia, sleeplessness. So if you're having a hard time sleeping, to deal with insomnia or sleepless, take leaf of this plant, 5 grams, and crush them to make a paste. Boil this paste in hot water and strain. Take this during nighttime. Within 15 to 20 days, you will see the results. So that means between 15 to 20 days, you will no longer have sleepless night, right? Okay, the third one is treating asthma. Prepare the juice of this plant, 15 milliliter, and drink it twice a day. This will help in treating asthma. So basically, you take the paste. No, that's not it. So you make a juice out of it, right? You make a juice out of it, you strain it, and then you drink it 15 to 20 days. You will see the difference with your asthma. So if you have an asthma issue, right? To cure gum problem and toothache. So you can cure gums problems and toothache. Okay, so before I even go there, remember, when you find a cure for something or you find a way to relieve something, right? So that means that once you get that, you have to change your habit, right? So that means if you used to be reckless or careless to how your for example, your gum, if you don't brush your teeth very often, or if you're eating sweet and you don't brush your teeth, you don't do those things, you have to change your habit. That means once you're doing this and you want the gum to stay, that means you have to go back to basic. That means brush your teeth and floss if you like doing that. And I'm not going to promote flossing, because flossing, if you brushing your teeth properly with the salt, like in the baking soda, you don't really need to floss, but you can if you want to, if you feel food between your teeth, it's good to use not regular toothpick. I use this plastic toothpick. Let me see if I can show you. I use that because it's much easier. See the edges on that. You see the edge? I don't know if you. And then the other end is a plastic tooth thing, and it helps a lot. It really helps your gums. So I would use that, right? So to cure gum problem and toothache, you can gargle with the decoction made from the root of this plant to maintain good oral hygiene and cure toothache. So if you make a concoction oh no, decoction, not concoction, decoction with the root of the plant. So you can use it like, you know, you can blend it, and use the juice and put water. What I would do with that is put it on the stove on very low for like 3 minutes and just stir it just so it can heat up, so you can abstract the stuff from the root, and then you strain it, and then you I would add a little bit of vinegar, apple cider vinegar in it, not a lot, just a little bit, and then I will guggle it. So that and I would put some mint essential peppermint oil. You can put it in there, and that would definitely be a mouthwash. You guggle and you use that as your mouthwash. That's a good thing to do. To cure itching, to get rid of the itchy skin, just make a paste from the root of the plant and apply it to the affected area, or make a paste by extracting the juice of the plant and add sesame seed oil. The consistency of the paste should be such that the juice of the plant make up 3/4 of the paste. Apply this all over the affected area. So what I would do with that, right? I would take the root and, you know, blend it and heat it up a little bit on low heat for 3 minutes, okay? Don't do it more than that. Put a little bit of water to distract all the activities, the additives in it that you want, and then you strain it, and then you add the sesame seed oil. Or what you can do, you can put the sesame seed oil and heat it up in the sesame seed oil, and without adding water, and you just, you know, stir it all the time. Don't let it sit there and boil. Just stir it the whole time, because you're not trying to get it to boil. You're trying to get it to heat up, right? And then so you strain it out, and then you can add tea tree oil. So you add tea tree essential oil. What that does is an antifungal. So if you guys can have 3 oil that you guys should have, essential oil you should have in your cabinet should be lavender, tea tree oil, and peppermint oil. You have those 3, you'll be okay. And then you can start adding other, right? So we'll talk about essential oil in another video. But, you know, the Most High tell me when to go on. I follow. I don't go on when I want to go on, because I try to do that and something happened and I learned my lesson, right? So you do that, and then you put that, and then every time you have itchy skin, what that does is that the tea tree oil is an antifungal. And then so imagine, you know, antifungal and sesame seed oil. We talk about what sesame seed oil good for. You know, I'm trying to bring the carrier oil, the different type of carrier oil that you should use and what they good for, right? And that will, you know, help if you have, you know, you itchy. You can use that oil and put it in the affected area. You'll be good. Fight hair loss, right? Excuse me. Mimosa Pudica plant helps in the growth of new hair cells and help to control hair loss and baldness. It is recommended to use herbal shampoo containing the extract of this plant. So making your shampoo, right? So let's say you have, I make my own shampoo and my own hair conditioning. So you can use aloe vera and cactus. You know, the leaf of the cactus. They have them at the Spanish store, so you can buy it already. You know, they remove the little prickly stuff, and then they cut it up for you, so you can blend that. That could be used as a shampoo. So you don't have to wash it as a conditioner, as a shampoo, and it helps grow your hair. So what you do is you mix that with the root of the touch me not plant, the what is it? What is it? Mimosa Pudica plant. So you take the root of that and then you mix it up and you create that concoction. So then you use that as a shampoo. So you let it sit. When you put it on, you let it sit for like at least 30 minutes, okay? 30 minutes in your hair. And after that, you wash it. It grows your hair. It makes your hair stay healthy. Even if you have color in your hair. My hair, I have color in my hair. People can't even tell. Like it's you can see that my hair, the ends of my hair are very healthy. So they're not breaking and all that. They're very healthy because I use those things, right? So also too, what you can do, again, you can add tea tree oil, essential oil in that to mix it up a little bit, because it's an antifungal, and you want to make sure that when you put it on, the tea tree act like kind of like a minty, so it open your pores, the pores of the follicles of your hair, so it just kind of remove whatever dirt and clogging stuff that's in there to help the hair, push the hair and help the hair come out, right? So that's something you can do with that. And then you can also use rice water to rinse your hair as well. So we'll talk about hair growth, the different remedies that you can use for hair growth in another video, specifically for hair. So I'll do that, but we're just gonna talk about the different remedies for this plant, right? Treating fractures, right? So this plant also helps to treat fractures of the bones. So if you have fractures of your bones, it helps. Simply make a paste to the leaf of the leaf and apply on the affected area. So if there's like bone fractures, then you can make a paste and then put it on the affected area. That should help, right? The other one is for minor cuts and wounds. So juice extract by crushing a few leaves of the plant and apply on the wound will work wonders. This plant has healing properties through which the pain will diminish easily. Okay, so remember, tea tree oil is your friend because tea tree oil is antifungal. Don't put a lot of tea tree oil because it can sting. It would burn, right? So you want to put a little bit of tea tree oil with the juice, 1 drop, not more than that, just 1 drop, okay? And then with the juice, and you blend it together. And the tea tree oil will also keep that juice, keep it from going bad. So you can put it in your refrigerator to keep it cool. But then whenever you have a wound, you take a cotton, you just put it on the wound, and then the tea tree oil is an antifungal. So that means it's gonna clean the area and keep it, from getting infected and everything. Okay, so it's also good for treating diabetes. Low blood sugar level is another benefit gaining by drinking the juice of this plant. Drink 30 milliliter juice of this plant throughout morning and evening. Within 7 to 10 days, you will notice a difference in your blood sugar level. So you drink the juice, you make the juice. I will talk about how you make the juice as well. And you just blend the plant and then squeeze it and make it into a juice, or you can put it into a juicer or one of those blenders that make smoothies, and you drink it. You can don't add sugar, a bunch of sugar and stuff like that. You can add a little bit of honey and some other stuff, but don't do too much. If you just do the plant with a little bit of honey, maybe like a few, a little bit of salt, just a little bit of salt and a little bit of honey, and you make a juice. You don't want it to be sweet. You just want that the honey, you want the honey because the honey have properties in it to help you, right? So that's what you want to do. And the salt, just always put salt in even your coffee. A little bit, not a lot of salt, just a little bit, because you blessing it. The salt is a way to bless it. Because I remember one time I was drinking tea and I didn't put salt in the tea. And then one of my mom's cousin said to me, "You're not blessing your tea. You don't bless what you eat. You don't bless this." So he told me, put salt, put a little bit of salt to bless it. You don't have to be a bunch of salt, just a little bit, just for the blessing. Okay, treat high blood pressure. Oh yeah, I already talked about that. Did I? Okay, the leaves this plant and crush them into extra and juice. Consume 15 milliliters twice a day and say goodbye to your high blood pressure. Okay, so you take 15 milliliters twice a day and say goodbye to your high blood pressure. Interesting. You see how powerful this plant is? This is really interesting. Now, for treating premature ejaculation for the men, right? So take the seed of this plant and mix it with equal quality of sugar. At night, take a teaspoon of it with warm milk. Okay? So let me repeat that. To treat premature ejaculation for the men, you take the seed of this plant and mix it with equal quantity of sugar. I would blend it with the sugar and make it like into a nice little powder. At night, take 2 teaspoons of it with warm milk. All praises and glory to the Most High. 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 I feel the Spirit. All praises. Hallelujah. 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 Do you guys hear this? Oh my goodness. Whew. For treatment of glandular swelling and hydrocele, prepare a juice from the leaf of this plant and apply on the affected area of treatment. For treatment of glandular swelling and hydrocele. By doing this and burning, the burning sensation and swelling will subside. Isn't our Father grand, you guys? Isn't he grand? Isn't he the best? Ha! Wow. To uplift sagging breasts. So those who having sagging breasts, instead of going to expensive treatment and surgeries, simply prepare a paste of the sensitive plant and, I should have that. Ashwagandha root. I should have did something about that. Let me see if I can find that so I can tell you a little bit about it, right? So let's see, because I wanna damn. Let me go and look for that. I'll be back, okay, you guys? I'll be right back. Because this is really important. Okay, so I'm back. Is it not charged? Okay, let me go here, because this is important. Let's see. Okay, homework, what is this? Oh, okay, fish. Okay, let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna look for this word, so this plant, so I can give you guys I wanted to correspond with what I have, because sometimes, there you go, I want to make sure that what I have, because I try to make sure that okay, so this plant, what it does, it relieves stress and anxiety, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to ashwagandha. So ashwagandha plant, you guys can look that up, because the root, what I really wanted to do, I'm not finding it. I'm finding it difficult right now. So, and then apply this paste on the breast to uplift them, right? Let's see, where am I? Okay. So make a paste with the sensitive plant. Use the ashwagandha plant, the root, right? And you mix it up, make it into a paste, and then you put it on your breast. And then when you put it on your breast, just do the movement, up movement, you know, the movement like that, you know, because you want to uplift, right? For treating stomach ache and intestinal worm. For treating stomach ache and the problem of intestinal worm, all you have to do is make a paste from the leaf of this plant for 3 to 4 days. Take this paste once a day, mixed with honey. You see, honey is an important additive. So when you have honey into your stuff, it's very powerful. Even just make it even more powerful, right? And so again, for treatment of stomach ache and problem with intestinal worm, all you have to do, make a paste from the leaf of this plant for 3 to 4 days. Take this paste once a day, mix with honey. Okay? And then again, another one for treating snake bite. It have anti-venom properties in it. You see how powerful this plant is, right? All praises to the Most High. Sensitive plant is proven to fight the venom of snakes as dangerous as the cobra. In a case of such emergency, prepare a decoction of its roots, 10 grams and 400 milliliter of water, and drink it twice a day. You drink it, and then is gonna get rid of the venom. And for treating insect bite as well, in case of insect bite, grind the leaf and stem of this plant and apply it on the affected area. Do this remedy twice a day. Okay, so Ayurvedic health benefit of sensitive plant. Help in piles. Peel. Helps in pills. Piles? I don't know. Piels. Make the powder of its leaf and give 1 teaspoon of powder with milk twice a day, or give 1 teaspoon powder of its root and leaf with milk twice a day. Cough. Take its roots and tie it on the neck. So you take the root of this plant and you make a necklace with it and you tie it on the neck. It has a very positive effect on cold and cough type of problems. So if somebody have chronic coughing and cold and asthma, you know, you can do the one for asthma, as well as making it into a necklace. Okay. Bleeding diarrhea. Give 3-gram powder of it roots with curd. It takes an immediate relief and bleeding diarrhea, or prepare decoction of its root in a glass of water till it remains 1/4, and give this to the patient twice a day. Strengthen breast. Grind the root along with the root of Wonte cherry. Apply the paste on the loosened breast, and few use only. It makes your breast stronger, stiff, and healthy. Jaundice. Extract the juice from its leaf. Give this juice to the patient regularly. Within 7 days, it will cure the fever, and within 2 weeks, it will cure jaundice type of problems. Wow. All praises and glory to the Most High. Okay, multinodular tuberculosis. Extract the juice from its leaf. Give 40 milligram of juice regularly. It cure tuberculosis. Wow. Why the Most High told Big Levi to put it up, and then gave me the wow. All praises to the Most High. Calculus. Make a thick decoction of its roots. Give this decoction to the patient twice a day. It would dissolve the stone which get released through the urine. So they talk about kidney stone, basically. Excessive urination. Apply the paste of the leaf on the lower abdominal area. It is a good cure for excessive urination. You don't even have to drink it. You just take the paste and put it in the lower part of the abdominal, and it works. That's how powerful this plant is. This is how powerful the Father is. And ingestion. In case of ingestion or acidity, give 30 milligram juice of its leaf. It works as a natural antacid and cure the disorder. I'm excited, you guys. I don't know if you are, but I know I'm excited. All right. Swelling. Make leaves paste. Apply on the affected part once a day until the swelling going. Wounds. Make a paste of the leaf. Apply on the affected area. Insect bite. Remember what I said. Don't forget to add the tea tree, a little bit of tea tree oil. Okay. It's just you adding a little bit to it to make it even more powerful. That's what you're doing. Okay? Then, you know, just talking about the premature ejaculation, the milk, kidney pain, warm few leaves of sensitive plant. Use them as poultice over painful area. You know, skin disease. We talked about that. The breast cancer. Take dry roots of the Witania somnifera and that plant. Let me. Where's my pen? Oh, there it is. Where was I? So I'm gonna see if you guys can look at that. You see? I hope you can see the word. So mix that. Make a paste of its roots. Apply the paste on the breast once per day if you have breast cancer. Now, traditional uses and benefit of sensitive plants is used as a folk anti-hemolytic medicine during childbirth and fertility. So childbirth and fertility, the same. You drink, you make the paste, make it into a juice, and you drink it. The stems, leaves, roots are used to treat asthenia, spasm. So we already know that, right? Spasm, asthenia, and all that. Leave the flower and the roots to a paste. Apply on the affected area to treat inflammation, other skin disease. So the flower. So this plant is so powerful. Everything in this plant is good. The root, the seeds, the flower, the leaf. Everything can be used. Just like watermelon. Just like you can use the whole watermelon, the skin of the watermelon, the grind of the watermelon, the seed of the watermelon itself, also the leaf of the watermelon. So we'll talk about that in another video. Okay, plant cobra venom. We talked about that. Roots used for migraine headaches. It's also good for migraine headaches, the same thing. And was considered reduction. All right. Powdered seeds can be applied to wound and sword. Bruise leaf are applied to bruises. Deduction of leaf is used for diabetes. Powder roots leaves taken with milk for pile and fistula. Juices apply externally for sore, and it's also, you know, for depression, anxiety and depression. Birth control is always used for birth control. You know, it's used for birth control in one, you know, us, but it improved their the fertility and their premature ejaculation on the men. Wow, amazing. Okay, so roots are used as a fermentive in the reunion. Seeds are used as emetic in Indochina. Seeds are used for sore throat. Paste and leaves are applied for. So infused leaves and leaves are used for fistula, wounds, hemorrhage. Whole plants are used for bladder. whole plant crush, itching and scabies, root concoction. So basically this plant can be used for a lot of things because it's just repeating itself. That's why I'm not saying those things. Okay, dose is liquid. The dose about 3 to 6 milligrams. We already talked about that. Daily, or you can take. They have the capsule. They have the capsule. They have the liquid form, and they also have the powder. I wouldn't. I mean, if you can, that's all you can get, you can get that just for now. But if you can get the seed and plant it yourself, because it can be planted here. If it can grow in Haiti or in the Caribbean and South America, believe me, it can grow in America over here. So get the seed or the plant and grow it yourself and use the stuff yourself. And I know that is hard because the hardest thing for us is that a lot of patients they have a hard time following herbal stuff because they feel like it's too hard to get the fresh ones, because when you get it fresh is better. Although, just having, the peel and whatever is not that bad either. This is what the flower looked like. Okay. All right. Chemical consent. Side effects. I want to talk about the side effects of it. So the traditional root of touch me not plant is used for treating snake bite, diarrhea, smallpox, fever, ulcer, jaundice, hemorrhoids, asthma, fistula, and leukoderma. The leaf of touch me not, either in the form of decoction or as a paste, is used for treating hemorrhoids, wounds, tissue, pink eye, toe infection, depression, insomnia, and this is the thing, you guys. This plant is so powerful that it can heal a lot of things. It can do a lot. The seed traditionally is used to treat urinary tract infection. The seed used to make tablet as both a good. So now the seed, though, if you can find the seed, see, right now I'm working on, I have all these different plants and powders that I need to make into pills. I want to make them into pills so I can, sell it to the nation at a, reasonable price. So I have to buy the machine. So I have to wait till I have, get the money to do that. So as soon as I get the money to buy the pill machine, I don't want like one of those big ones. I just want something that I can, I can make it. And then, because when I make the pills, I have to say a prayer and send the spirit in it so that way it can work for us. So that's why I want to work on that. So it's going to take me a minute, but I have it in mind to make pills for you guys, because the seeds can be made into pills and all those great stuff, right? Okay, so the whole plant can treat cancer, edema, depression, muscle pain, and so many things. This thing can do so much. I'm telling you, it just can do so much. This whole plant is good for so much. I haven't forgotten. I will tell you the spiritual stuff. And how to grow this plant is you need plenty of sunlight and very little care. Get the seeds and plant them in a small plastic container containing soil and water daily. The plant sprout once they have sprouted, they can transfer into a bigger pot. And I mean, if you own your own place, you can put it on the ground in your backyard and it will grow, you know, and it needs lots of sunlight. So that's what I mean. I wanted to, we already talked about that. We talk about that, that's already, okay. Yeah, diabetes, mom activities, convulsant. Yeah, we already talked about all that. Okay, now let's talk about how you can make the concoction. Okay. So now, to heal wound and reduce inflammation, we can apply the fresh paste as a poultice. To make this poultice, take a handful of the fresh leaf and pound it along with a bit of water. Do you remember the video with Big Levi having that wood thing? And he was pounding the garlic. If you can get one of those, even if you can get a stone one, whatever you can get, metal, whatever you can get, please get one. You need it, because you can use that to make your own, and then while you pounding it, you can be saying your prayers, right? Okay, so that's another way to do that. To make the tea, you just take a handful of the stuff and boil the water and put it in the water and it should change color. Once it changes color, you know you're doing it. Now the oil. Okay, to make the oil, heat up a cup of unrefined sesame seed oil in a pan. Now add 1/4 cup of Mimosa Pudica leaf and Mambootilia. I'm going to talk about this plant and what it does. Leave in equal quantity to it. Heat the oil till the sizzling sound stop, which indicate that there is no moisture left in the and then switch off. This oil can be used as a massage oil to treat all kind of ache and pain. So now let's talk about the other plant, right? The plant that I told you guys I would talk about. This plant is very let me see, common name. So one name is balloon vine plant. And then is a Mambootilia. So this is the name of the plant. That's the pronunciation they gave me, so that's the one I'm this is what it looked like. So it's good for ulcer. It's good for diarrhea, preventing diarrhea. Increases fertility. And it's good for anti-arthritic activities. See how those plants are so close together? And they kind of look alike, so they almost in the same family. Anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. Antibacterial properties. Mosquito repellent. Antifungal properties. You know what I'm thinking? You can mix that plant with touch me not, with sensitive plant. You can mix it together and create other stuff because they are the same. They do the same thing. So that could be an additive. You can add it to make it stronger. Convulsant properties. Jeez. Antipyretic properties. So let me read a little bit about those things, right? I was trying to not make the video so long. Okay, anti-ulcer, another important, it is the properties, Manuka, extra guts by boiling the leaf. Oh, let me read that. So for ulcer, you boil the leaf in water, has a mild anti-ulcer property, and people who suffer from aesthetic will greatly benefit, including mudakathin kirai in your diet. Try to consume it in the form of soup, given below. Soup. Anti-diarrhea is the same. You extra of balloon vial. Is it balloon vial? Or balloon vine. Yeah, balloon vine. So for anti-diarrhea, balloon vine, okay. This has been proven through research, and it is because of the present flavors, alkaline steroid strip, and poison. Okay, so what do you do with it? The water extract of it. So you use the water extract, use it. So you take the water extract. So basically you just, it didn't say anything about boil, so I would say you let it sit. Sometimes you can have it sit under sunlight, put it under sunlight, and drink that water, right? Increasing fertility. Another interesting property of balloon vine, it is the ability to increase sperm mortality. Sperm mortality and sperm count. Just having the balloon vine regularly for 30 days increase sperm count. Wow. And there was an increase in serum testosterone level too. So the testosterone level goes up with sperm count. Okay, for arthritis, place in the tradition has been researched. We usually use. Okay, so how do you do it? Okay, so you're doing a dosai. We'll talk about how you can do the dosai way, and it's almost as the paste. It's almost like the paste, and you just put it on the affected area. So that's what it is, like the paste. So I'm trying to go a little fast. Okay, for anti-inflammatory and antioxidant, let's see, the flavor represent the also. Okay, so I think you drink that one. So this one doesn't tell you. You just drink it. You swallow. You drink it and make it into. Yeah, this doesn't really. Yeah, all this time you just that's remedy for fever. Yeah, just boil, make tea, make them into tea. And the reason why it's good when you make it fresh versus when you versus what so now this is the preparation. This preparation here, it is called, okay, docile recipe for joint. So this is you and your recipe with Indian stuff. It's like almost like making bread. You know, you can use the paste. Like I said, it's like a paste. They'll say it's like a paste. You can make muffin with it. You know, you get a batter. You so the most popular. So let's see. So you take the leaf, the balloon vine leaf, and grind it along with green chili and cumin seed to a fine paste and add it to batter. So if you're making like soft bread, you can add it to the batter and then you bake it. I wouldn't bake it under the oven. I would put water and then put the stuff on top and then close it and let the boil water bake it so it can have moist. So that's what you do. That's what you do with that, how you do that. The second one is the recipe for arthritis. So what you do is you okay, different. If you are a rice lover, if you like rice, then you would have a few drop of homemade ghee and heat the teaspoon of heavy bun. So basically, you can take this leaf and then grind it and cook it with rice and put ghee. And so the pan, fry 1 cup of, you fry it till it will completely and keep it aside and fry around. You know, you can add coconut to it. You use the ghee and then you put the and you grind everything and then you put it in rice and you cook it. And so you make this into a tea. So you heat up the balloon vine and homemade ghee, fried pound of spice for second low flame, and half a cup of clip and fry until it's wilt. Add 2 cups of water and let the leaf cook. Once the leaf is halfway cooked, drain the amount you cook completely done. Once it's fully cooked, remove it from the fire, cook a bit, and make mashed potato. So you basically can cook with that. So you just cook with it. I would just put it in food like soup, especially in soup. Okay, and another one you can do is treat itchy skin. You know, you can wash your hair to grow hair. You can make oil with it. It's the same concept like I told you before with the touch me not plant leaf for joint. So this one, you do the same thing. So basically, this video is about the touch me not plant, the Mimosa Pudica plant, and in Creole it says Wonte, and Jamaica is shame old lady. Please just follow the same concept with what Big Levi always been telling us to do with the candle, calling the 4 corners. And once you do that, you don't have to keep calling the 4 corners if you have done it for a long time. But you do have to light your candle and stuff like that. And now the spiritual stuff, you can use this plant to bring back a lover that you really want. Now remember, if your lover left because you have bad attitude or something's wrong, you have to fix that, and then you can call them back. But and sometimes you have to really also ask, why did the Most High have you have that person leave you. So you don't want to just bring in somebody back that the Most High have removed. So just make sure that you consult your Father before you start doing that. And that also you can use it to close doors that needs to be closed, like people you don't want to see anymore, and open doors that you need to open. So when you do that, you have to use the same concept, the candle, and say a prayer in front of the plant, and you have to say your demand. So if you want doors closed, you say what you need to say, and then after you say it, and then you touch it, it will close. That means the doors will close. If you want the doors open, then, you know, before you start, you close it, and then you say what you need to do, and you open them. So that's, you know, you do your demand. And remember, you have to do this in interval of 7 days. So the first day, like Mondays, you don't want to do Mondays because Monday is the Day of the Dead. You want to, it's a cold day. It's like the Day of the Dead is kind of like, so you don't want to do it because it's not a hot day. You want to do it when the you know, middle of the week, right? So you do Monday, and then you stop, you on Monday, you just pray, right? So I would start, what I would do, I would start the first one on Wednesday. No, not Wednesday, on Thursday. I will do the first one on Thursday. So maybe you want doors to close. You want all the doors that needs to be closed and people you don't want in your life to go away, to leave you alone. So you do Thursday. You do yeah, it's gonna be so because you have to have a day that you take a break. So I would say you start Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, okay? For that 1 week, for that week, because you got to do 7 days, right? So after that, then you go. I don't want you to go to the same spot or the same right after you close that door to go and open those doors, right? Let me see. I think you can say okay. So what you do is on Monday, you just pray, because it's the Day of the Dead. You pray and you call all the spirit that you need. You know, your ancestors. So you call on your ancestors for Monday, and you prepare. Tuesday, before you go, you do your stuff. You prepare for your you prepare for your stuff, right? You call on the good spirit, the living spirit and stuff. Wednesday, you do it. So now Wednesday, and so you wait for Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Friday, you go and you do the one for the doors to open. So you close the doors on Wednesday. On Friday, you open doors. There you go. That's how you do it. So that's all I have to say. All praises to the Most High. Thank you very much, you guys, for spending some time with me. I know this video is long, but I think that is worth it. So I know that you guys would totally enjoy it. Okay, thank you.